Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to an extraordinarily windy afternoon here in England, where today we should have been at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, but you'll notice I'm standing beside the Koenigsegg Jesko. This car has been at the show itself, but today we've been out for a little convoy. You can see there are Koenigsegg's aplenty heading across the fields here at Zach's garage, where I'm actually about to take the wheel of this. A first drive in Koenigsegg's Megacar. This is the Jesko Attack. I've ridden on board the Jesko Absolut with Christian von Koenigsegg. Today I'm going to be joined by Koenigsegg's test driver Markus to go for a drive in the Jesko to share the experience of what this is like as we make our way back over to SuperVettura Koenigsegg UK and their Hypercar village at the Festival of Speed. It's Jesko time. Come along for the experience. Let's find out what it's like. We need to get moving, so I'm not going to bore you with all of the details. We'll have a chat through about the car with Markus in just a moment, but this is Jesko Attack. Look at this wing, the boomerang wing at the rear. This version of the car has 1,400 kilos of downforce. It also, thanks to the 5-litre twin-turbo V8, has 1,600 horsepower. You are hearing these numbers correct. There are only going to be 125 customer cars. Production is now underway. The first cars will be delivered very soon, in fact, but this particular example in this blue paintwork looks stunning. It's just been out having some fun in the fields, and we'll probably drop in some of that very quickly. That was absolutely epic, but as you can see, this thing carries all of the Koenigsegg design elements. I remember being introduced to the car the first time by Christian himself to go through it all. But for example, the wraparound windshield, the central wiper, the shape of the bubble on the roof that you could traditionally stow away in the front. Another Koenigsegg fires up over there. The weather today is all over the place, super windy, hence why we're outside of the Festival of Speed. But this is it. We need to get ready to get on the move. Let me show you the doors. We've got the Autoskin that we've seen before. A press of the button, or in fact, you can use the key as well. The doors open themselves, as does the front, as does the rear clam as well. Then look inside. Familiar in some ways. You've got this very clever screen in front that actually rotates with the steering wheel. More about that in a second. All of the other features to go through: the carbon shell seats, the full carbon monocoque, super lightweight of course, the removable roof that can be stowed away. In fact, let me just grab the key very quickly out of my pocket to show you this. Really smart evolution of the previous keys. Double press the button, and this is where, for example, the Autoskin can open the entirety of the rear clam to show us inside. Look at that. It is a masterpiece of engineering. CVK is one of the most inspirational people in the automotive world. But I think we do need to get started, get caught up with everyone. The wind is gusting again. Let me grab my cameras, let's jump in with Markus, and let's go drive a first time in the Koenigsegg Jesko. Here we are.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm good, are you?
I'm very good. I'm very excited right now. I can't quite, I've got to contain it. I've got to contain it.
Right.
So, key.
Yes.
That goes over here.
Right. It needs to be in that holder, otherwise it will not recognize it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Key in.
Yep.
Foot on brake.
Yes. Ignition on.
Okay. Let me just move the seat. We're out there in here, aren't they?
Electronic control with a screen there.
In here to shuffle my seat forwards with this.
Exactly.
Get comfortable.
Right. If you need to adjust the steering wheel, you have the lever down there like the other cars.
Okay. Pull that. Which way?
Like
that way. Okay. There's a lot to take in here.
Yeah.
All right. Grab the seat belt.
Yes.
Close the door.
So it's that button right there.
Press up the button.
Yep.
Do you ever get bored of the drama?
No, I don't actually. I mean, every single car gets like more and more brutal, and everything gets more extreme, so you never get bored. Right, so put on the brake and you press the start.
Oh, that rev.
Yes.
The way that kicks into action.
Right.
Because this engine, it's the fastest revving engine out there.
It is. So there's no flywheel, so there's basically no mass. It's the crankshaft itself and an input shaft for the gearbox, but that's very light, so.
Okay.
Right, we can put on the AC a bit there as well.
Yes, that's definitely cool about the temps.
Yeah, the sun is out now, finally.
Well, it's every 5 seconds it changes, right?
Yes.
So...
Yeah, both pedals and brake.
Okay.
And then right pedal.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. And then what I usually do, I'll put it to this mode. It's the manual mode, so now you can control with the pedals.
Okay, so left, right.
Yes.
Go into manual.
Otherwise in auto mode, but it's more fun and engaging to run with the pedals.
So my first few meters in a Jesko are in a field.
You're right.
Do we have a lift system?
Yes, we do. So on this screen here,
Yep.
you press that one, and then you have this arrow.
Ah, clever.
That's up. Yes.
That's nice. Everything, and this is cool.
It is.
This display, obviously I've seen it when it was introduced, and but seeing it in action, and steering wheel at 90 degrees, but all the information is still pointing vertically.
It works really well now.
Carefully does it.
Yes.
I'm being extremely careful.
Right. So when I drive these B roads in the UK as well, you never know what shows up after one corner.
It's true. It's true.
But,
so, what else do we need to know? Driving mode wise, we're all in normal. We've got some settings.
Yeah. So I prefer to have like in comfort on these B roads. You have a bit more clearance and also a bit softer dampening, so it's a bit more comfortable. You can also run the sports, it's fine. So
maybe we'll run through those a little bit while we're driving.
Sure. I think track mode is going to be a bit difficult because it's so low. So I think
we won't.
Some bumps. I guess we'll
save that for a racetrack somewhere.
Right. Maybe Nengelhoff we can have
next time come out to the runway and visit you guys.
Right.
But this is an amazing opportunity. I can't thank you and Christian and the team and everybody enough because we were here at Zach's garage and the idea to just jump in came up and here we are.
Yeah.
So
it's a great opportunity. It's also,
tell me about it.
It's also so fun to see other people how they like the car and so on. Yeah. When we're working with it so much yourself, you get kind of blind.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So when you see other people's reactions, that's it's really fun.
Well, let's head on out.
Right.
And see where we end up.
Yes.
It's such a different sound to any previous car.
It is.
And the gearbox is so fast. I haven't spoken about the gearbox. The 9-speed, light speed transmission.
Exactly. The in-house developed and put together gearbox.
And it shifts literally at light speed. And this is just under normal gentle driving in sport mode.
Right.
We have it in manual at the moment. But the sound is the deeper sound, more like an Italian supercar sound.
Yeah, it's a bit more exotic than the older cars.
Yeah. Lots of character to it there.
Yeah.
Very smooth. I mean, these roads are not exactly comfortable.
Nope.
It's compliant. We're riding well. Obviously, I should point out it's a left-hand drive car. We're here in the UK, and that means everything is a little bit backwards, but familiar with that. We're on pump gas, which I think means we have 1,300 horsepower.
Yeah, in that region. 1280 is in the papers, but it's very close.
Only 1,280 horsepower.
Right.
That is absolutely ludicrous. Wow, the flutters, flurries. Something fell on us.
Yeah, I think we're from the trees.
You can tell it's a windy day today by the amount of just general dirt and branches and leaves and all sorts that are all over the road. So I should have been riding passenger with you up the hill at maximum speed.
That was the plan.
But I can't complain.
No. Unfortunately cancelled, but this is also quite good opportunity, I think.
This is alright. This is a good way to spend the day.
Right.
I think the first thing that has really, or is standing out to me, is how much the Koenigsegg cars have evolved. I've been lucky to drive CCR, CCX, CCXR, Gira, Gira RS, 1.1. I guess the whole arsenal, pretty much.
Yep.
And a lot of the earlier cars, were smaller changes between them. But this and Regera are completely different cars.
Yes, it is. I would say this is like, people often ask, is this like a Gera? And you say, yeah, kind of, but it's just more extreme in every single way. So both handling wise, and I mean, you have the feel of the car, and when you drive it active, you can feel it front end. It has so much grip now. Yeah. With this new suspension we have and all the aero, it's crazy.
But the Regera is more of a GT car.
Yes, it is.
The Gira RS and 1-to-1 were brutal.
Yeah.
Really hardcore, really firm, really. I mean, made this sound almost quiet.
Yeah.
To be honest.
That's what I like with this car. You can actually drive in a certain way, which makes it really quiet.
Yeah. This feels very refined.
Yeah.
Very smooth, very refined. The way it pulls away, the way it shifts.
If you want to make noise, you can, and you can also quiet, at least inside the car.
Yeah, I mean, we're low end of the rev range at the minute.
No, exactly.
But I love it.
Yeah.
There's so much character.
Yeah.
And obviously the sense of occasion is kind of off the charts. I mean, you've been involved in this car
for almost 3 years. So when I started Prototype, I've been with the company for 8 years.
Yeah.
But I started the development department when this car was basically just put together.
Yeah.
So I've been part of the whole driving journey, you can say.
Yeah.
So it's been a super interesting and fun experience.
All the way through the calibration of everything,
yes.
Because
you can see the car just improving, and now we're at this stage, we're like, such a great car.
And there's a lot going on with it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Koenigsegg has always been at the forefront of new technologies and introducing new things. And the car knowing where it is and adjusting the suspension appropriately.
Yeah.
Just that's about 10% power.
Yes.
But it still fills you with excitement, doesn't it?
It's the same up the hill in Goodwood when you're like, okay, now I have a lot of power, and you're like, you have even more pedal. Like, oh shit, it's crazy, but the road's so narrow.
Yep, it's narrow, it's bumpy, it's got that crest, the crown over the top of it.
Right.
Yeah, you got to watch out big time up there.
It's a super cool hill climb. I like it a lot.
I think what's hard to realise with a car like this is that everything is done from the ground up.
Yeah.
Headlights, infotainment, it's all completely bespoke. It's all made for this car. It's all even different to the previous Koenigsegg models.
Right. Yeah, a lot of work goes into those areas.
Yeah. I mean, I remember seeing the parts of the headlights and just being blown away by all the attention to detail and everything about them.
Yeah. It's also nice because we have such a control of all our parts. We can just redesign and improve them along the way. We don't have to go to any manufacturer and can you change this, can you change that? We can just change it like this, and the day after we have a new part in our hands. So.
Because obviously the new Koenigsegg factory is now open for Jumeirah, which is super exciting. But the team is 700 people, 800 people.
Yeah, I think the official number was 625 during the opening.
It's going up faster.
Yes, it is. So when I started 8 years ago, I think we were at 70 people. And I was 625, so almost 10 times.
That's crazy to think. I mean, I think the first time I came to Ängelholm was 10 years ago now, probably something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just almost like a single warehouse with a couple of offices attached.
Yeah.
And the company has obviously changed in a big way since, and just trying so many innovative ideas and just testing things. And whether it's the tiny friendly giant in the Jumeirah, whether it's this type of display on a steering wheel, whether it's the direct drive of Regira. It's the thing that amazes me the most. I'm surprised by the car. I think prior to going in the car now, my initial expectation was that it would be less of an easy car to drive like this. I thought it would be even rawer than a Gira RS maybe. Maybe there's a space for something like that in the future. For now, it's a car that is clearly very, very brutal, don't get me wrong. We're talking small comparisons, changes between...
That's the thing, we try to have the cake and eat it at the same time. So, the car is super capable on even tracks, but we also want the customer to enjoy it on the streets. We don't want it to be in a garage and taken out just to the track. We want it to drive on the roads. And this car can do both. So, especially like with the lift system, you can go almost anywhere. Yeah, if you take down the windows, it's super nice. If you do it like in high revs, it's amazing. Try it once more. Downshift. It's amazing.
So much.
And if you try to downshift as well when you're high revs, it's gonna pop, I think.
A little bit quicker. Finally, the roads open up a little bit more. Start flowing up through the gears. Got to try this test.
That's better.
That's amazing. So, little third gear acceleration. Popping and banging. And
you will probably get it at some point.
countryside roads here in England, not an autobahn or something. So when you're talking this amount of power, there's only so much of it that you can use here. But to get this experience and sense of the car, as we drive through these lanes following my STO, I mean, normally that's a crazy car.
Yep.
But when this is around, that's pretty normal.
Yes, I guess. How does it compare, like handling-wise, in those roads? Is that a stiff car as well? Or?
It's pretty stiff. The STO is really stiff.
Right.
Has a lovely balance to it. The weight is really, really nice. I mean, that's probably your work, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I guess our engineers kind of got it perfect from the straight to the beginning.
Yeah.
We've been tweaking with wheel alignment and so on, but the steering and steering rack is pretty much where it is from the beginning.
I mean, you can push the shifter right and drive automatically, right?
Yes, you can.
But literally just drop that right.
We'll take some. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, now it's quiet.
Yes.
Like really quiet.
Yeah.
And
so you could live with that. This can be a daily driver. We can have a perfect conversation now. And you can go down 2 gears and then you can be a hoonigan again. Like.
This is surprising. Yeah. Because inside it's actually, obviously it's sporty, it's lots of carbon fiber, etc. But it's really quite refined. You know, everything is really well made and really well put together. And this is far too normal right now.
Yeah, I love it with this car. You can be, like I said, you can drive it like a hoonigan and it'd be like making all the pops and bangs, and then you can also be very quiet and just chill. So.
And then out in front of me, I've got the gyro, the G-force ball on the dashboard.
Right, analog G-force meter.
That's quite fun as well. Just seeing what you can hang on to. No doubt with the right tyre setup. Yeah. Out on the runway, you can pull some pretty intense G-forces.
Yes. Yeah, especially with the Cup 2Rs, it's insanely good grip.
Cup 2R is standard fit?
Yep. So we have that in our option list. You can choose if you want.
Perfect.
Yep.
Obviously, this is Attack.
Yep.
So in Attack, that's why you can't stow the roof. You can take the roof off, unbolt it, but you have to leave it at home.
Right.
Absolute, you can tuck it in the front.
Yeah, it has the same latch system as the Regera and the Agera.
Yeah.
And you don't have the duct in the front, which...
yes, of course.
Which makes it possible to put in the roof there.
Yeah, helping with more front end downforce to match that wing.
Exactly.
Because the wing is just...
It's pretty big, right?
Yeah, it's huge, but it's really cool. You know, Absolut is going to, at some point, go and show what it can do. You know, as the ultimate... fastest car in the world, and I think we all know that it will do that. But this is the, I think, version of the car for more situations. I'm a fan of big wings.
Yes.
Like, I like big splitters, big wings, lots of carbon fiber. This to me is just...
Yeah, I guess you can use this car for more. I mean, the other one is the purpose of the Absolut is to go really, really fast. This car is still very fast, but you can also like corner really fast. So
that's where it needed me to pull a paddle. Let's go back to manual.
Yes.
I mean, in any gear, you're going to have more than enough torque.
Yeah.
Like it's never going to lack. This is a very cool bit of road up the hill through the trees. Giving chase to the STO. So insanely cool right now, just to be driving through the English countryside.
Yeah, this is a really cool road actually.
So we're in sport.
Right.
If we go to comfort,
good right.
What's it going to change? The suspension?
Yeah, so now the car gets a little bit higher. You got a bit softer dampening. It will also change the throttle map a little bit and how we ramp in the torque, make it a bit more friendly to drive.
All the way up to 9th gear.
Yeah. it's such a good car for highways. You just put 9th gear and just cruising on almost idle.
Like some super low RPMs.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, this is a pretty bumpy bit of road.
Right. This is a good one.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
Wow. What a phenomenal car. You know, one of the problems is if you want to try and, critique something like this,
Yeah.
if you want to try and find a problem with it, you're clutching at straws.
Okay.
What can I possibly say?
No, exactly. I mean, it's so fun to hear, as I said it before, other people's opinion about the car. It's see the reactions.
This is an absolute dream. This is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. And you have to convince the factory to go flat out on the runway as well.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that Koenigsegg's have done since the beginning that's always amazed me is how stable they are and how, you go to the runway and you put your foot down and you go 0 to 400 and you don't even touch the steering wheel, it's just dead straight. And the same with braking.
Right.
The stability is kind of on a different level to anything else.
Right. Yeah, people ask me quite a lot about the record we did with Regero.
Yep.
They're like, how was it? It must be crazy. It's like, not really. It's just put the foot to the floor and then just go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so stable in high speeds and during braking with so much confidence.
Yeah.
Barely moves, so it's...
Get to that high speed and then you just move to the other pedal.
Exactly. It's super impressive. The car does everything for you.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Put a robot in, they can do it as well.
Yeah. What a car. And I mean, we see this car over the last few days here at Goodwood in the paddock with all of the world's greatest hypercars, and every time this has driven past me, every time I've seen you driving this in the queue and I've been in whatever else, I've looked at it and I've just been like, that's wow.
Wow.
That's really wow.
That's so fun to hear, very fun to hear.
The only thing that's not wow is the fact that it's outside of my price range.
Oh, yeah. Damn it.
That's my only problem. The only thing that's sad here is that we're nearly back in the in the hypercar village. I say sad because we're going to be greeted by about 15 Koenigsegs, maybe 20 Koenigsegs.
I must say I enjoyed it as well. It's super fun.
Oh well, thank you for letting me get behind the wheel of this.
Yeah.
I did not wake up this morning. Oh, Bursangue. Very nice.
Oh, right, cool.
In fact, even at lunchtime today, I did not know this was happening.
Right.
So
I kept it in mind the whole day, so because I knew that you didn't get the ride this morning. That was planned for the Goodwood time, so we had to get him in the car somehow.
I cannot say thank you enough because
my pleasure, or our pleasure, I should say.
I often believe that things that happen without planning are the most fun experiences you can have. My most fun memories of cars are often the days where, like today, the show is cancelled, we're panicking, what are you going to do?
Right. Yeah, yesterday evening everybody was panicking, what should we do? Like sit in the RV park the whole day, we have to do something. Yeah. It's a great idea doing this little rally and meet up with all the cars. And
what a fabulous way to do it. And, for me, I feel super lucky, so... Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.
This opportunity. So where are we going? We've got to drive through the lineup. Let's go
let's do it.
Look at this. Round the corner.
It's such a lineup.
I mean, a second 1-to-1. Some of the cars that we've been with today. Some more Regeras. Another CCX here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sat right now surrounded by 15 to 20 Koenigsegs in the latest Koenigsegg.
It's a
pinch.
Really,
I need to wake up. Do you ever feel with your job that how is this your job?
Yes. For sure. When I came the first morning when all cars were lined up, I was like, wow. It's like meeting old friends, you know, because all those cars you've been working on almost every single one.
Yeah. So you've done like the pre-delivery test drives and things with so many of these cars.
Yeah, for example, this one I for sure did.
That's actually really fun. The shakedown test and everything.
Right. Yeah. It's like meeting old friends. They're almost like individuals. Yeah. I'd say the cars. It's pretty cool.
Everybody's following us. I don't really know where I'm going.
Should we go into the camp? Or?
Yeah, maybe we'll find somewhere just to park up and talk a little bit more about some of the
let's do that.
The inside and things.
Yeah, I think it's open. You can go right down here.
Perfect.
Yeah, so go into the camp.
Back in the village. Maybe pose them so they look nice for a photo.
Yeah, sure.
So reverse, is it still both pedals and left?
Yeah, correct.
I like that system. You get used to it quite quickly.
We try to keep the same in all cars, so it's easy to remember for all the customers. Usually they have more than one.
Yes, true. Well, here we are.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That has been
our pleasure.
Absolute dream.
Glad you liked it.
Let me show you a little bit more around the inside of this car then. Even the illumination that runs up through the back, that central spine, some small storage areas behind the seats, these super lightweight, super thin carbon fiber shell seats with the pads obviously in here with the blue stitching to match the exterior. This is a special place. Even just seeing the exposed mechanisms of the doors tucked in there, obviously the carbon fiber monocoque that we're sat inside. I'm just going to start it again very quickly, just so you can see this motion, this process. Press of the button. The way it revs to about 5,000 RPM when you start it, that is unreal. But everything, I mean, look at this. Look at the way it's finished, all the details, window switches just in here, a couple of cup holders, storage in the armrest, some USB-C ports up here in the system. We've got all the different gauges. See the information here, controls, media. Super responsive. This is actually very, very fast. How quickly it's going through things. Climate settings, your seat controls, cameras. We've got the full 360 cameras. If I just close the door, press the button, obviously the door swings itself closed. 360 cameras on a car like this is quite unusual. And you can actually go to the specific angles as well, should you wish. See the front, go to the back, right. I like that kind of thing. It just makes it all very usable. And then this steering wheel with these touch panels that I thought would be so much harder to get accustomed to than they actually are. The shift panel feel is glorious. This display, I mean, look at it as you turn the steering wheel. The way it rotates. That's really something, isn't it? It feels so natural and smooth and easy. And then I mentioned also, up in front, the gyro, the G-force meter that you have on the dashboard in front of you. And I mean, I've got to give it a quick rev, but the way that it revs up, opening the door just so we can hear a little bit more of it, the way it revs when you touch delicately on the throttle, that's a really, really fast stab. Oh, it's absolute madness. Absolute madness. Right. Turn it off. Let's step out and have a look at a few things outside. Jump out then. You can press the button on here. Let me grab the key very quickly first from the dashboard. You can press the button on here. You can open everything as well from the key. And in fact, on the key, you also have the ghost button, which does the entire car at once. So I think it's a double press on there, and we're literally going to have everything opening up. Rear clam, front clam. The doors will then open as well. Just watching it transforming in front of our eyes. And then in front is what we were talking about, how here you have the S-duct for the aero in the Jesko Attack, whereas in the Absolut, that's where you'd be able to stow the roof panel as you can in other Koenigsegg models. And then you can close everything individually as you'd like, just all with a press of the buttons on the key. Shut it all down. Oh, I've just pressed the wrong button and open the front. Let's do the doors. There we go. Revert it back to looking immense. There are going to be 125 very lucky people who have one of these. That's such a phenomenal car. I actually love the silver wheels against the blue paint. I would love silver wheels against blue paint if you know the Schmiemobiles and you know the cars in my collection. What a drive. What an unbelievable drive. Huge thanks to Markus for the opportunity. Huge thanks to Christian as well, who's been here today part of this whole setup. You can see all the cars down there as well, with the food being served, everybody being able to stay here. It's about the community, it's about the family, it's about all the people that are involved. It's about SuperVettura as well. Koenigsegg UK, who have set up all of this. Tommy and the team, I drove the one-to-one with Tommy recently. They have such a cool setup, so many amazing people, part of everything. And as days go, when you weren't expecting to drive a Koenigsegg Jesko, I can't complain, can I? Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your support. Oh, what a day, what a drive, what an opportunity. That's it for now though. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers. We're going to have a bit of an Autoskin race. Jesko versus Regira. You ready, guys? 3, 2, 1, go. What's gonna happen? Oh, we got rear clams. It is a dead even race right now. Front clams are opening. Windows are going down on both cars. Wait for it. The clams are open quicker on the Jesko. The doors are going. Still waiting, Regira doors. I think we've got a winner. I think we've got a winner. Still waiting for the mirrors to fold on Regira and then the doors to finish. They've seen the grass. We have a winner. The Jesko takes first place today.